Okay. Check, check, 1, 2. You guys hearing me? All right, here we go. All right, so once again, we're finishing up this Blitzcrank animation. Just kind of sort of recap of where I'm at, just in my own mind. It's kind of good because I had a night to sleep on it, and I haven't looked at it to just kind of get fresh eyes, which is nice. Maybe what I can do to play with the timing is I want to pull out some of these keyframes. And you know what I'm going to do right now? So what I did was I selected everything, all the controls on this character, and there's keys all over the place. There's keys almost on every frame. And I'm not really opposed to having keys on every frame, but the reason why it bothers me right now is because I don't know which controls have keys on which frames. So this is kind of getting into a bit of the mocap mentality. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here we have like the chest control. The translation controls are have keyframes on certain frames that you see here, and then if I select something else, like maybe the arm, um, this control, and this would be a rotation control, and these have keys on different frames. So I don't mind having keys on every frame. The problem is the keys are not uniform. Like one control has a key on this frame, another control on this frame. So I'm not really feeling that too much. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to create a new take. Just what a take is just basically it saves this entire animation, almost like saving a new file. And what I'm going to do is plot all properties, and this puts a key on every single frame. And this way I know every control has a key on every frame. Let's see where we're at here. And this keys on every frame can sort of spook um, animators, I think. And that's I understandably so. I can understand why animators might not want to work with every frame. For me, I don't know what it is. I think I just worked with so much mocap before in my history that I pretty much it doesn't bother me whatsoever as long as the keys on every frame make sense. Like I was mentioning that every control has a key on every single frame. Then I don't mind. Because it's sort of like a top level mindset that I can work with, and it's just sort of switching gears. Am I on keyframe animation where there's a key on, just the extreme poses and doing in betweens, or am I doing mocap where there's a key on every frame? It's just a bit of a switch of mindset, um, but it really doesn't bother me. In fact, sometimes I prefer a key on every frame. Anyways, so why am I doing that? I'm just gonna sort of treat this sort of, even though I keyframed it out, I'm gonna sort of I guess I want to say treat it like mocap from here on. See what kind of see what it can get me. Because what I want to do is I want to hold this frame here with the hands crushing into the ground. I want to hold that frame, which means I'm gonna have to pull out. I'm gonna pull out some of these keys. That's sorry, that was the wrong keys to pull out. Once again, pull out all these keys, and then so he's gonna be longer. Now, this is interesting to me because his hands are like this key here on frame 27 and then this key on frame 31. They're the exact same thing and there's no keys in between, but the reason why his arms are overshooting is because there's sort of the tangents are not set to flatten. And I can flatten these, but for some reason I feel like that's probably won't do it, um, won't do the trick. Grab everything. So all translation, all rotation on, well, I guess I gotta highlight the whole body. All translation, all rotation. If this doesn't work, I have one more solution that I can do. It's so grab all these keys, set it to sort of clamp mode. See what kind of effect this gets. Oh, okay, so he is doing what I want, which is staying put. Okay, well that solved the problem. Let me go ahead and save this. And if I want to put some detail into this, I could, where he sort of like has a residual effect as his hands hit the ground and he sort of has a little bit of like, I don't want to say overlap because I don't want it to be really swimmy, but I'm going to say like he hits the ground and then it's like almost the ground shaking a little bit. And I might want to put that in. I won't work on that yet, but I'm guessing if this was an assignment and I was expecting, say, the um, the animation in game to have an effect where it's like it explodes or something, or there's some particle effect that comes out after he hits the ground, then I probably would not worry about this pose here when he's on the ground. But since we're gonna play it like there is no effect, and therefore this should look cooler on the animation side. So how might that look? And these would just be little. little tiny sort of shudders of the hands. Let's see um, how far it can take us if we simply move the the Z translation. Put a key here. Okay, so this is actually, just remember this arm is not set to F IK mode. Therefore, I mean I can move this control and act like IK, but when I save keys, it's going to save it just on the bones, on the FK bones. So let me go back. Nope, that did not do what I wanted. See what the curves look like. What does this look like time? Not too bad actually. I was gonna say like if I'm frame by frame through this, kind of doesn't look that great. But when it plays real time, it seems fine. Now this is going to be a super picky note, but I don't know, just how detailed I like to get sometimes. But if I'm turning on um, the motion curve here, you'll see in 3D space like when he goes down, when his hand hits on frame 27, and then on frame 28, the hand goes down a little bit. Now there's no key there, but it's just naturally interpolating there. The hand arm goes down a little bit and back, and then it goes up and back, which is I like that. And then from 29 to 31, it's very linear to get back there. So once again, like boom, the hands hit, and then it goes down and back, then up and back to kind of give like a circular motion, which I'm liking that. And then for some reason, 29 to 31, it's just like very linear, and I don't like that. So what I might have to do is just put an extra key here. That's not going to be a big deal, and see if this gets me the effect that I want. This is so subtle. Depending on time constraints, I probably would not really care about this.